What if the next luxury SUV king doesn't come from Germany at all? What if the vehicle that starts shaking up the premium SUV market comes from BYD with futuristic technology, massive space, incredible efficiency, and a price tag that could seriously worry brands like BMW and Mercedes? Because the 2027 BYD Dynasty-D REVALED is officially stepping into the spotlight. And honestly, this thing looks like BYD is aiming directly at the luxury elite. Welcome back to Drives, and today we're taking a deep dive into one of the boldest SUVs BYD has ever introduced. This isn't just another oversized family SUV trying to look premium. The 2027 BYD Dynasty-D is a full-size luxury machine designed to compete with giants like the BMW X7, Mercedes GLS, Range Rover, and even the Cadillac Escalade. But here's the twist. BYD is entering this battle with hybrid efficiency, advanced technology, futuristic styling, and potentially a much lower price than its European rivals. And if they pull this off correctly, the luxury SUV market could get very uncomfortable very quickly. So let's begin from the backside first, because the rear design of the 2027 BYD Dynasty-D immediately gives off flagship SUV energy. Everything about the rear looks clean, wide, and expensive. The first thing that grabs your attention is the full-width LED taillight bar stretching across the back. It gives the SUV a futuristic identity that instantly stands out at night. The lighting signature looks sharp and sophisticated, almost like something you'd expect from a high-end luxury concept vehicle rather than a production SUV. And honestly, this is where BYD deserves credit. They're not just copying traditional luxury SUV designs anymore. The Dynasty-D actually has its own modern personality. The tailgate itself is smooth and uncluttered, which adds to the premium appearance. Some SUVs overload the rear with fake vents, badges, and unnecessary design elements, but BYD kept things elegant here. It feels mature and upscale. The rear bumper is also nicely integrated into the overall design. It doesn't scream aggression like a performance SUV, but it still has enough strength and structure to remind you that this is a massive luxury vehicle built for presence. You can already imagine this thing pulling up at a luxury hotel, glowing at night with that full LED signature stretching across the rear. It genuinely looks premium. And let me ask you this. If you saw this parked next to a BMW X7 at night, would you instantly assume the BMW was more expensive? Because honestly, the Dynasty-D might surprise people. Now moving over to the left side, this is where the full-size proportions of the SUV really become obvious. The 2027 BYD Dynasty-D looks long, wide, planted, and incredibly commanding on the road. The body design flows smoothly from front to rear with elegant character lines running across the side. It doesn't feel overly complicated or aggressively styled. Instead, the SUV focuses on clean luxury, and that approach actually works really well. The wheel arches are large and muscular, filled with massive alloy wheels that add serious road presence. Depending on the trim, we could see premium multi-spoke wheel designs that push the Dynasty-D even closer toward luxury territory dominated by European brands. Chrome accents around the windows and lower body sections add another upscale touch. And unlike some vehicles that overuse chrome, the Dynasty-D seems balanced. Nothing feels excessive. The roofline stays long and elegant, helping maximize cabin space while still maintaining a sleek silhouette. That's important because buyers in this segment want luxury, but they also want practicality for families, road trips, and executive travel. Compared to something like the LX, the Dynasty-D feels more futuristic. Compared to the Cadillac Escalade, it looks more refined. And compared to some traditional German luxury SUVs, it almost feels more tech-focused and modern. Honestly, BYD seems to be targeting younger luxury buyers who want technology and efficiency just as much as prestige. Now let's move over to the right side, where the SUV starts showing how well-proportioned it really is. Despite being a massive luxury SUV, the Dynasty-D avoids looking bulky or awkward. That's actually difficult to achieve in this category. Many large SUVs end up looking too heavy or oversized, but BYD somehow managed to keep the Dynasty-D elegant while still making it feel powerful. The longer wheelbase not only improves road presence but also hints at massive interior room. And if you're buying a full-size luxury SUV, interior comfort is everything. Roof rails are likely integrated cleanly into the design as well, adding practicality for long-distance travel without hurting the luxury appearance. And honestly, this SUV feels designed for buyers who want everything in one package: luxury comfort, family practicality, long-distance efficiency, futuristic technology, and strong road presence. But now comes the part where the Dynasty-D really starts flexing: the interior. Step inside the 2027 BYD Dynasty-D REVELED, and suddenly it feels like BYD studied every luxury SUV on the market before designing this cabin. The interior looks modern, elegant, and loaded with high-end technology. The dashboard design is clean and centered around a massive infotainment display running BYD's latest software system. Everything appears futuristic without becoming overwhelming. The is expected to handle navigation, entertainment, climate controls, vehicle settings, and advanced connectivity features with smooth performance and quick response times. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will almost certainly be included, along with advanced voice controls and connected smart features throughout the cabin. Behind the steering wheel sits a fully digital instrument cluster displaying navigation, hybrid system information, safety alerts, and customizable driving data. The steering wheel itself looks premium and elegant with integrated controls placed naturally within reach. BYD clearly wants this SUV to feel expensive from the moment you sit down. And honestly, material quality could end up being one of the biggest surprises here. Soft touch surfaces, premium leather upholstery, metallic trim, wood accents, ambient lighting, and upscale finishes all combine to create a cabin that genuinely looks luxury level. The seating setup is another huge highlight. Since this is a full-size SUV, space should be excellent across all 3 rows. Front passengers are expected to get heated, ventilated, and power-adjustable seats, possibly even massage functions in higher trims. But the second row might be where the Dynasty-D really becomes impressive. Captain's chairs could transform the middle row into a first-class lounge-like experience. Imagine sitting in the back of this thing during a long highway trip with ambient lighting, panoramic sunroof views, climate controls, and reclining seats. That's the kind of premium experience BYD seems to be aiming for. And here's something I want to ask you guys. Would you actually choose a luxury SUV from BYD over a traditional German brand if the technology and comfort were better? Or does brand prestige still matter more to you? The third row also appears designed for real usability instead of just emergency seating. Families traveling long distances will definitely appreciate that extra comfort and practicality. Cargo space should be massive too, especially with flexible seating configurations, allowing the SUV to adapt depending on passengers or luggage needs. Technology features are expected to be loaded throughout the vehicle: adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, 360-degree cameras, and advanced highway driving systems will likely all be available. And because this is a flagship SUV, expect luxury extras like premium audio systems, wireless charging, rear seat entertainment displays, multi-zone climate control, and panoramic glass roofs. Basically, the Dynasty-D wants to deliver the full luxury SUV experience without compromise. Now let's talk about the real game-changing part of this SUV, the engine and hybrid system. Because this is where BYD could completely disrupt the segment. The 2027 BYD Dynasty-D is expected to use an advanced hybrid setup combining a gasoline engine with powerful electric motors. and the result could be one of the most practical luxury SUVs in the world. We're hearing range estimates close to 1,000 kilometers, which is absolutely massive for a full-size luxury SUV. Think about that for a second. Most luxury SUVs focus heavily on performance or comfort, but BYD is also adding extreme efficiency and long-distance capability into the equation. That means fewer stops, lower running costs, and a much easier ownership experience for people who travel frequently. The electric motors should provide instant torque, making acceleration smooth, quiet, and surprisingly quick for such a large SUV. Meanwhile, the gasoline engine helps maintain long-range practicality without requiring constant charging stops. And honestly, that hybrid combination might be exactly what many luxury buyers are looking for right now. The transition between electric and gasoline power is expected to feel seamless, helping maintain a quiet and refined driving experience. Suspension tuning will likely focus heavily on comfort, making highway cruising feel smooth and effortless. Compared to fully electric luxury SUVs that still worry some buyers because of charging infrastructure, the Dynasty-D hybrid setup could actually be the smarter solution. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where things get really dangerous for the competition. Official pricing hasn't been fully revealed yet, but expectations suggest BYD wants to undercut major luxury rivals while still offering comparable technology, comfort, and performance. And honestly, if they price this aggressively, it could become one of the best value luxury SUVs on the market. Because when you compare everything the Dynasty-D offers, futuristic styling, massive cabin space, hybrid efficiency, advanced technology, luxury comfort, and premium features, it starts looking like a serious alternative to vehicles costing much more. And now for the final verdict. The 2027 BYD Dynasty-D REVALED feels like a major statement from BYD. This isn't just another SUV launch. It feels like BYD is officially announcing that it wants to compete directly with the biggest luxury automotive brands in the world. The design looks premium, the interior appears genuinely luxurious, the technology sounds impressive, and the hybrid could make this one of the most practical luxury SUVs available. Of course, long-term reliability, dealership support, and brand perception will still matter for buyers in this category. But based on what we know so far, the Dynasty-D definitely looks like one of the most exciting luxury SUV reveals in recent years. So now I want to hear from you. Would you seriously consider the 2027 BYD Dynasty-D over a BMW X7, Mercedes GLS, or Range Rover if it offered similar luxury for a lower price? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is about to get very interesting. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Drives for more luxury SUV reveals, future car updates, first looks, and the latest automotive news from around the world. Trust me, the future of luxury SUVs is changing fast, and you do not want to miss what's coming next right here on Drives.